Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. Dear everyone, cancelled for the entire season. We actually have all of the XRP seasons that were cancelled 4 years ago, so they were absolutely correct. A sell signal is activated for both Ethereum and Litecoin. DeFi coins were going crazy in July 2020 due to DeFi summer and alt season, but then we had this conversation on the Trust Wallet community page about how the entire season was cancelled. The fact that Bitcoin is falling in value and not doing much else is evident across all 100 of the most popular cryptocurrencies. Little progress is being made, as you are aware. The 7-day gainers are showing a single ancient coin printing in the double digits. The fact that we're not talking about, say, 12% changes in 7 days, we're talking about 120% changes in the last 7 days, when we bring up old coins makes this quite amusing. Let's be real, taking crypto positions is simple, but having a strategy to cash out is almost impossible. That is precisely why I have made available an absolutely free exit strategy that you can utilize with any cryptocurrency position you take. The best part is that it is totally free. All you need to do to access it is click the link in the description below. So, why are you waiting? You could be capturing profits right now. The reason behind this is that we are still entangled with Bitcoin and are patiently awaiting its next move. As we observe the final day of Bitcoin, we can see a floor being created, and we've experienced a substantial upside move of 64 points, or about $5,000. Regarding Bitcoin's potential breakthrough, we still need to perform some work before we can cross over. Look at Bitcoin over the past month, over the past year, all the way back to March. I've said it before, but Bitcoin is doing absolutely nothing at the moment, it's just chopping. While we await a significant development, that's all. At the same time as Bitcoin experiences these large price jumps, both upwards and downwards, all coins are experiencing a squeeze. And you know what? Squeezing out the life of old coins is basically it. XRP exemplifies this perfectly. There are a lot of ancient currencies that are currently being severely undervalued due to this chop, for example, Hbar, Cspr, QNT, and countless more. Take a peek at the top 500, they've still had some good increases over the past week. However, when compared to the off-season, this is negligible. Just as in the off-season, you can expect to see gains of 100% or more in a single day. I don't think I need to say it again. Some vintage coins can perform a 10-fold increase in a single day. That is really ridiculous. There is still a long way to go. Furthermore, nearly everyone is expressing the same view. The Bitcoin ETFs are stifling investment opportunities. As a result, Bitcoin will not be able to circulate across all coins. A lot of pessimistic stories are starting to circulate recently, predicting that this season would be terrible and that this one will be much worse. This is just adding to the evidence that we are in for an old season. In fact, it will likely be one of the most massive seasons in our history. Nevertheless, when we examine Bitcoin as it is right now, we may expect a great deal of upheaval, sell pressure, chop, surrender, and shakeout during this time. Here we have the Bitcoin chart. Once again, there has been absolutely no movement here. It was a pleasant week as we dropped back down into the 63 point, nearly 4 kilogram range. Once again, I was attempting to utilize tight stop losses to leverage this a bit, since volatility is bound to increase throughout these moves. Even on the 4-hour mark, you can kind of make out this, right? It's almost nothing, and there wasn't a strong position that could take care of it all. A huge nothingness, that is. Swinging up and down, up and down, up and down, is all it is. And all we're doing is chop. All we have to do is wait for it to do something else. We are hoping for a significant upswing or, failing that, a significant downswing. In this approach, we can be sure that we are moving in the right direction. However, I shall state this on both the day span and the 3D span. Can you see that something is beginning to take shape on this chart? Here we have this lovely low. Here we are discussing this low, which is, incidentally, a macro, higher low. This higher low is fantastic in the near term, but it won't last forever. Additionally, we may be reforming a higher low, at least on the macro level. Here's where we hope to see Bitcoin finally break $74,000, a very high level. However, we may be about to create a floor here, anticipating a significant upward rise. In my view, the next Bitcoin rise will likely set in motion a number of events within the altcoin market. When I say that, what I really mean is that some older coins will likely begin to depreciate in value relative to Bitcoin. The overwhelming popularity of Bitcoin is the main reason for my statement. Here we have another one that has been chopping. Because, let's face it, the whole of 2023 and all of 2024 saw this in an upward-like chop price movement. It has also been somewhat feeble. To tell you the truth, let's start in April. Honestly, this was the final big surge that got us to 57%. Then things start to go downhill, there have been fewer strong impulsive moves to the upside, and the market momentum is generally feeble. The next thing we know, it will simply collapse and the structure will be gone. It will take time, however, we are closely monitoring this situation. However, I anticipate a breakdown until we witness Bitcoin's next big impulsive move. In the meanwhile, we may observe a small upswing in Bitcoin dominance to support that move. Bitcoin, meanwhile, is still going up in price, right? From $80,000 to $120,000. It is my firm belief that Bitcoin's dominance will continue to decline. During this period, I anticipate a significant impulsive shift in the other dominance charts, similar to what happened in June, July, and August of 2023. At that time, altcoins started to wake up, but it wasn't anything special. Then, in December 2020, we officially entered the off-season. Therefore, I am patiently awaiting that. All four of these charts, the XRP Bitcoin pair, the QNT Bitcoin pair, the Cspr Bitcoin pair, are essentially showing us the same thing, so that's what I'm keeping an eye on for now in terms of other domination. Both the XRP Hbar and Bitcoin are currently at their macro bottoms in terms of the trend line. From here, they are simply choppy as they await an impulse move to the upside. We are still waiting for Bitcoin to weaken. It could get stronger in the near term, but I still think it will weaken within the next week or two. After that, we take a closer look at QNT and Cspr, who are currently experiencing what appears to be an endless downward trend. But keep in mind that on many of these charts, for example, XRP or even Hbar, there is a huge downturn that seems like it will never end until suddenly it finds support, with a little range forming at the bottom. After much anticipation, an explosive upward rise occurs. We are now anticipating that on QNT as well as in Cspr. I do have a couple other things I'd like to discuss outside of this. Not only does Credible Crypto include myself, but that is just a handful of posts. Finally, our most recent impulsive move increased our value by $35,000 in little over 2 months. Subsequent impulsive moves should be even more forceful. Our current market price is $64K. There are approximately 6 months remaining until the end of the year, and our next impulsive move could propel us over 100,000 within 30 days. Calculate it yourself. The video ends there. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy it. Coming up shortly, farewell.